Jaguar Wright is back in the news as usual, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are already familiar with that. But Jaguar Wright recently went on Piers Morgan, and she decided that she wanted to throw Beyonce and Jay Z and everybody else under the bus as usual. And so she finally got her visibility. I'm gonna fast forward it to the part where she started talking.
Harvey.
Hold on, let me get up here real quick.
And in 2022, you made headlines after comments where you called him a sex trafficker, and in response, you were called crazy and jealous. Do you feel vindicated
Yes.
by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because he's just the beginning. Until him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
How bad was
That's
it?
what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think, what was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton. I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you.
So
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence.
Thoughts so far?
She's annoying
Why is she annoying?
because she's so theatrical. Like, it's like, why? Why can't you just tell the story in normal monotone? Like all this shit. Like, it's so fucking
You sound like a
fake.
Kamala supporter.
I agree with Amika. I think that she's so extra. It's
It's like
so
I mean,
so
she's
extra.
trying to like
two things
tell
can be
something
true.
that's not true.
Two things can be true. I think she has. I told you last time. I think she has mental health issues, but she's not lying.
I
How
don't
do
think
you
she
know?
got mental health issues. I
I
think that
think
she
she's
just
Oh
lying.
I
no, she
think that she
does.
being
She does.
extra.
She does because of the. Okay, so the last time we had this conversation about her, I said
I
she
don't
was
remember talking
into a
about her.
lot of stuff. And I'm glad that she kind of went into it on this interview where she talks about herself being a sex worker and all that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that when you're in
Is
the
that a
industry
mental
that
health
you
issue or is that a bad
no,
life
but you
choice?
but you know as a woman when you start having too much sex and you start doing too many things that can cause mental health problems.
So I don't
Like that's why
understand.
it's not good to be hot girl summering and all that other stuff.
I don't understand.
Yeah, me either. I feel like you just making shit up per normal.
I don't think she's
That
making
per
things up.
normal is not
I
an
just don't
actual is not
understand.
an actual phrase. Per usual or like
No,
normal?
per normal. I said what I said. Per
No,
normal.
per normal is not a phrase. Correct
Nigga, it's
English,
not a
sir.
phrase. It's just what the fuck I said. Nigga, per normal,
No,
nigga.
no.
It's
Use correct
English.
English.
It is English. Nigga, per normal is English, nigga. It's my own words, nigga.
Well, we don't speak
Per usual,
Quentinese.
it's because you
We
don't have no
speak
independent
English
thoughts
or
and you do the
Espanol.
freaking status
Speak
quo.
a Latin
Nigga, that's you,
language.
not me. That's you, nigga. Nigga, you say what everybody else say. I say what the fuck I say, nigga. Per normal, nigga.
You're
I'm saying like I just it's hard for me to say anybody just has mental health issues because I think that a lot of times that's a blanket statement in society that's kind of used to
I
as like a
agree.
cover all.
I
Um,
agree.
I just think that she's been making bad choices her entire life, and
No,
now
she
she's
has, but
starting
she
to get
has
some
made bad
visibility.
choices. She has made bad choices. That is Anton. It's always like you said. Two things can be true at the same time. Yes, she has
I
made
feel
bad
like people
choices.
say that when they can't substantiate their point, they just say every two things can be true. And
Well, then that means Anton doesn't make his points a lot, and that's negative.
Let me play a little bit more of what she's saying.
Silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean.
is this bitch a poet? Like,
You must respect.
Okay, that was extra. I will give you that one. That
That's
was
why
extra
Mika
the way
started
she said
laughing.
it.
Mika started laughing immediately because she knew that she was being
Because Quentin
extra.
said she be extra, so this time I'm listening to like, the breaths.
that's how niggas fuck when they be snapping at the poetry stuff. That's how they sound like that, nigga.
But she is a poet. She is though. You right though. She is though. That's literally how she started. That's how she started off.
Yo, she's freestyling literally in the moment. She just
That, that's
said
that's
it.
what she that's what she does though. I told you. I think the woman does have mental health
She said,
issues.
and Diddy, and he's the one that forces others to carry his
But
water.
she does it like an art. Like she
It's
talks
not
like
hard.
she.
It's just stupid.
No, I'm saying she talks like she does her art. Like I don't know why.
Oh God.
It's funny. I ain't gonna lie. It's funny.
I
But she's not lying. She's not lying.
we don't know that,
Like
Mika.
no, I do know that. And so when we get off, I could make a call in front of you. I don't want to do it on live.
No, 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 no. I don't think that she's listen.
She's not lying.
Listen, Mika, listen. I think that
Nigga, this is
you
some
could
She
fucking
say
is extra
you
though.
can
this
She's
is
extra.
Romeo and Juliet, but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
because okay, and this is why I say this, Mika, is because you can say something and you can
Yeah.
throw a truth in there, and then you can start to make it more sensational, and it'll still be the truth to a lot of people, because if a little bit of it's true, why can't we believe all of it? We don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
I I'm listen, Jaguar Wright, I'm not just gonna take her word for everything. Do I think that she's got some truth? 100%. But even
yeah, no, I
like a
don't.
broken clock is right twice a day too.
Yes, yeah, I agree with that. However, I'm only things that I agree with her on is the Diddy stuff, the Jay-Z stuff, and
It's because you don't like
dang,
Jay-Z.
no, it's not. No, I don't have no, I don't have a problem with Jay-Z's like music or whatever. I have a problem with some other stuff. Like, as I, if I tell you,
Don't tell me. I don't want don't
Put it in
tell
the
me.
back chat. I want to see.
No, no, don't tell me. All I'm saying is
I want to know. You ain't got to read it. I want to know so I can tell somebody else.
all I'm
that's
saying
so
is
that's my problem. Other than that, I don't have a problem with these people. I really don't care. You know.
all I'm saying is I could say, for example, um Quentin uh loves, he absolutely adores older women, and he wouldn't want it any other way unless her lips under her between her thighs is wrinkled. You see what I'm saying? Like, we could
But
take
if
the
you did
fact that
this,
no,
but Anton, if you did this,
but listen,
if
we could take the fact that Quentin has buzzed down an older woman before, and we could make it a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could make it a
It's only been
whole
two.
poetry session.
It's been two.
But that's what I'm
okay,
saying. We could take
but
a truth and we can truth it up. Instead of just saying,
I
yeah,
mean,
man, he buzzed down that chick or whatever, and this dick nasty. This nigga Diddy nasty. He like freak offs and they baby oil it up. We could finesse it and make it way, and that's what she do. It's like she sensationalize it and make it way more than it has to be. And then she
well,
start
that's what
talking, and then
people
she
say
start talking
though.
like she start talking like she possessed, and then she'll throw up a little mini cry in the inside. And it's like fucking A, bro. Just
But that's what
That's
people
the
said about the people that were telling on Jeffrey Epstein. They was like, oh, it's no way that all of these people are doing this and this and that. And then all those people were doing this and this and that to the point where the
no, they
judges
didn't.
don't
He
even
died
want to,
first.
But
He
my
died.
but
excuse
you
me?
but just because
Nothing
listen,
was proven. He died.
I believe
It
that
was proven. It's on a log.
I believe
What are you
that
talking about?
I
It's
believe
on a
that
log. You just
You
fucking.
gonna owe me $100 now. It's people in the chat that's still saying that you owe me 50.
Nigga, you just say anything. Nigga, it's on a
No,
log.
I
It's
don't.
proven.
Everything I'm what are you talking about? It was in court. They're
Did
on the
somebody go to
log.
jail? Did somebody go to jail?
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein did.
One
Because
person,
they put
listen,
but there's a
I've
lot of
never
people.
heard Jaguar Wright outside of aligning herself with Cat Williams and saying Cat Williams looked out. I've never ever in my entire life, and I could be wrong, had heard her say anything positive about any other man, not one person. Everybody is
I don't know
she
who
if
else
you
she
you
talks
could
about
just
because I don't
mention
listen to
somebody,
it.
you can mention a whisper. Ah, Quentin.
What the fuck?
That's what
Nigga,
Jaguar gonna do. She gonna
your
she gonna
breath
come for
stink,
you,
nigga.
Quentin. If you mention Quentin the Jack, hey Q Diddy, hey hey you know this guy named Q Diddy? He was on he was on After Hours. Quentin. I know Quentin. Quentin was twiddling his thumbs
But
behind
Anton,
somebody's
if you
bum
did this though,
bum. And it's
if
like,
you
what
did
the
this
fuck?
though, if somebody said, I know Quentin, uh, and I saw Quentin at this and that, right? And you're like, oh, okay. And then they say, he's always talking to all the white girls.
Then that's not
You
true.
would hold
That's
on.
not
You would,
true.
but what I'm saying is, yeah, okay. But what I'm saying is, there are there are things in the inner circles in the industry that they know. They know who does what. They know who likes what. Like it's not a secret. Like like how Anton, you
But it's
know
a game
who
of
you know.
telephone. It's still a game
No,
of telephone.
no, because who you know
Because
in
we
in
all
the
we all
YouTube
act like we
streets.
know, but most of us don't know.
Okay, you in the YouTube streets. You
Mhm.
know certain people and what they do.
No, I heard of certain people and what they do. No, this is the
But
truth.
you
No,
know,
honest to
but
God.
some people you
I've
know. So,
heard people assume different things, but then at the same time, people assume a bunch of shit about me that ain't true. That's how I know it's not
correct,
true. Cause don't
correct.
nobody even
But
know me. Ain't nobody kicked it with me. Ain't nobody ever like. Don't nobody know me in real life like that. They don't know what my real life is like. And so it'd be like niggas made up a story, said I got an inheritance. They said that I got a
yeah,
lawsuit. And it turned into a
yeah.
game of telephone. Niggas, they even said that I'm fucking Haitian or some shit or Nigerian or something. And I'm like,
What?
that shit,
That
no,
nigga's
it
a
really did
Nubian
take,
prince, nigga.
it took on legs. And one person came up with a rumor. Niggas took that whole shit and ran with it. Now I go on Instagram and I'll look at my comments on a random, hey, but he not even from here. I'm like, what the fuck is they talking about, bro?
I hate it, bro. Niggas
Niggas
will
just make
spend
up
anything.
anything and it take on
Me
Yeah,
legs.
too.
And
I
it could
agree.
and that's
You do
why
too, Mika.
it's hard to decipher
I
between the
what?
truth and a lie. It's hard to
What'd you
decipher
say?
between the truth and a lie, especially when you come to the industry, because everybody all of a sudden was in a room at the same time. And I just don't by default. Some of it can be true, some of it cannot be true. But by default, I don't be believing motherfuckers because niggas always saying shit that they heard that another nigga said that was there. I ain't going for that shit. I'm not.
Well, I'm not saying you need to believe a lot. I'm not saying you need to believe all of it. What I'm saying is the certain stuff that she's saying, certain things that she is saying is true. And that's all I'm speaking to. Certain things that she's talking about is true. And there are people that can tell you that those things are actually true because they were actually there or they've actually been around it. That would be equivalent, right? If something happened with you and it was and me, Slim, me, 2K, all of us have been around you. We can say what's true and what's not true.
But see, if let's okay, according to the internet, you
Hmm.
also my girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. I'm on a couple of thumbnails.
But if you listen to these niggas, they'll be like, no, I can substantiate. Like, nigga, y'all lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lie. And just because niggas
You
make it
know what
up,
they favorite thing to say, Tamika. That's why she's single.
and they don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
that's why I
They
was
have
saying
no clue, zero
I'm
clue
in a mansion alone.
whatsoever. Me and Mika show up at a game together, and you know what the funny part about it is? I understand it, and so I play into it a lot of times. All right, cool. Let's get them talking. I can't tell niggas my
Yeah.
secrets. Let's get them talking. We gonna go and have fun at the game anyway, but we might as well just make them talk because you keep our name in the
I'm
algorithm. All right, cool.
I'm gonna go on somebody's show and say something about Anton and watch the internet blow up.
Yeah, it's just
No,
like
I agree with
niggas
you,
be saying
Anton.
Like one of
A
any
lot of stuff,
Anton's minions talking
a
shit.
lot of stuff do be lies. A lot of stuff do be lies. But I'm saying all I'm saying is certain things are not. Like if I hear her say something that I've never seen, never heard, don't know an actual person connected to it, then I'd be like, I don't know. But I literally can, and I don't want to say it on here, but I literally can call certain people. So certain things I do know, and certain things I don't know. So I
I,
only speak to the stuff that I can pick up the phone and substantiate because they're in those rooms.
yeah.
Other than that, I can only be like, hey, she might be right. And the other thing is, Anton, everybody always says, oh, something is a conspiracy, right? Well, most things that have been declassified have been considered conspiracies before. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah, but it don't mean it is true either.
Right, but I'm saying what how do you figure out, right, what you dismiss and what you don't dismiss, right? Because before Harvey Weinstein went to jail, people in Hollywood had been talking about Harvey Weinstein.
Let me tell you what I determine what I'm gonna dismiss and what I'm not going and what I rock with.
Mhm.
Is that
Okay.
I gotta see the evidence. I gotta see the evidence. And the reason that I say that is because it's innocent until proven guilty. That's number one. I always go back to that. Unless I get new evidence, I reserve the right to change my mind. But on top of that, it's too many guys that's been accused of shit that they did not do. It's a lot of guys that's getting out of jail every single day as a result of the Innocence Project that got accused of some shit, and people just believed it just because it sounded like it was the right thing, but it was not. And now that we got technology and DNA evidence and stuff, niggas have spent 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. One guy was on death row just because somebody said it and it sounded like the right thing. And what I see
Mhm.
happening today is that it's Diddy today, right? And he may be a culprit. He may be absolutely guilty, 100%. 100%.
Mhm.
But today it's going to be regular Joe because I believe that this is the first step, the second step, the third step to weaponize this shit to continue to empower and say, believe all women. And I think that they're in a mode to where they demonizing men. Honestly, and I don't even agree. I don't agree with I don't even agree with dudes not having dick discipline. But I don't believe that a lot of these guys that's getting accused of shit that they didn't do. So, for example, the New York Survivors Act, that's a fucking Me Too movement. It's a lot of guys that got accused of shit because women was trying to come up off some lawsuit money. I don't believe every last one of these people that's suing Puff and trying to get some money as a result of it. I don't believe that. I genuinely
I
don't.
don't either, but you know how, okay, so you know how something can be true. Like, okay, if you take R. Kelly, everybody understood that R. Kelly was
No, we
with
seen
a
the
leader.
tapes.
But hold on, before the
So the
tape though,
evidence was there to
he's
show that,
running
yeah, that
around with a
nigga's a monster.
15-year-old girl.
But the evidence was there. The marriage certificate was there. The tapes was there.
That
So
this was
that's a
before they found
but
the
that's
marriage
but that
certificate. He's
no,
running around with a 15-year-old girl. Why would you be running around with a
correct.
15-year-old
So
girl?
the evidence is there though. He married
Okay, so when
her.
you go to Jay-Z, he has Foxy Brown in the song talking about ain't no nigga like the one I
That's
got,
a
and she's
song.
15.
That's not a marriage certificate. That is not
No,
that. Hold on, Mika. Hold on,
no.
Mika. Hold on,
However,
Mika. Hold on. That's a song. That's not a marriage certificate. That's
right,
not
but
a
before you
tape.
found this marriage, before you found a marriage certificate with R. Kelly, you could physically see him with a 15-year-old girl. I don't care how anybody
It
spins
doesn't
it. There should be
matter.
no
Just
reason
because
a 30-something-year-old man is with a 15-year-old girl.
nope. We can't do that. You can't just automatically implicate somebody. Because that's a serious no, think about that. That's a serious accusation. That's not saying we're not saying that somebody just bust somebody down because they too grown. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
You
didn't
got
say
no,
if
you
he did
gotta
or
have
not.
evidence. You gotta have evidence
I'm not saying if
without
he
a
did or not. What I'm saying is you have to, okay, you have to be able to look at things and say,
no,
okay, it's something, it's that's how, okay,
nope,
if you are okay, there are a lot of people that don't pay attention to child molesters and things like that, and a lot of girls and a lot of kids go unnoticed because people don't see something wrong.
nope,
And so if I see a 15-year-old girl
nope,
with a 30-something-year-old man,
nope.
my eyebrows is going to raise. Why is this child with this man all the time?
Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. Cause I listen, you could say you can't convict somebody based off of looks. You can't convict somebody based off like you can't no, I can't do it. I can't
I
do it.
didn't say convict. I said you
It's
can
a difference between
you
somebody
can tell
actually
when something
marrying a
is
little
not right.
girl and getting a marriage certificate and all of that.
But you didn't know the
Hold
marriage
on, Mika. Hold
certificate.
on, Mika. Hold on, Mika. It's a difference between a marriage certificate and we seen Kels on the tapes. We seen him.
But this was
That is
before.
different. That is a whole nother thing. You can't do
But
that.
this was before. People were
No.
because remember back in the
Nobody
90s,
talked
y'all
about
didn't
R.
have all
Kelly
that
before.
technology.
Nobody talked about R. Kelly before
This
Aaliyah.
nigga said
Yes,
Nobody.
they
y'all like
were.
No, they did not. No, they did not, Mika. And I was outside at that time. Think about this. This was the early 90s. Nobody was talking about R. Kelly before Aaliyah, saying anything negative on that type of time. Nobody did. It
No,
wasn't until
that's what I'm
Aaliyah
talking about.
that
Aaliyah.
people
I'm talking
started
about
thinking,
Aaliyah. So when before the marriage certificate was found out, he's sitting in music videos. He has her on tour with him. There's no way you're going to keep having children around. Just like I when I was
Mika,
growing up,
you
I
conflating
saw Justin
issues.
Bieber with Diddy. And
You
that's
conflating
how
the
I knew
issues,
already
Mika.
about the whole Justin Bieber thing. Because I'm like, why is a 14-year-old boy with a grown man? The same thing with Usher. Why is
Okay,
a
so let me
10
ask you
to
a question. No, no,
15
no,
year
no,
old
no, no, no.
boy?
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Since we using that to justify it, can we then implicate Snoop Dogg because he had Bow Wow under his wing?
that's his nephew.
nigga.
Come on, Mika. Do we
This is some
implicate? No,
women
no, no, no,
woman
no. Do
shit.
we implicate? Do
Hold
we
on, no,
implicate?
I'm trying to get the
No, no, no.
implication.
Do
What you
we
saying?
Nigga,
implicate?
just
Do we
because you have a
implicate
young
Jermaine?
person under your
Hold on,
wing
wait,
doesn't
wait,
mean
wait.
something's
Do
Hold
amiss.
we
on, wait, I'm
implicate?
trying to get what he's saying.
Hold on. Do we
I don't get it.
implicate Jermaine Dupri because he had crisscross?
Well, okay, so that's funny that you bring that up because the one that
It's a
died,
yes or no
the bald-headed
question.
one, huh? The bald-headed one, he did an interview saying a bunch of stuff happened to him as a kid.
What the fuck?
He never said nothing about Jermaine Dupri, Mika.
Oh, okay. So I'm good at going to find videos and bringing them
He
back up.
never said anything negative about Jermaine Dupri
I'm very
doing
no, I
something
didn't
to
say
him.
Jermaine Dupri. I'm
But
saying
but you
I'm
missing my point though. Do we implicate the person just because they are with that person? You know what I'm
Person,
saying?
yes.
Like it's a
no,
it's a it's a
I'm talking
dangerous
about I'm not
it's a
talking about
dangerous
just being
precedent to
I'm not
set.
talking about just being in a video with them. I'm not talking about managing them. I'm talking about when you actually see them in certain situations. There's no reason why
Mika,
Usher it should be at an
What?
orgy.
Mika,
There's no
Mika,
reason.
When
Mika,
did you see that?
Mika.
When did you see that
What I'm
situation?
saying is that's a dangerous precedent to set because what it does is it automatically implicates people that didn't even do anything wrong, that didn't do nothing. You can't do that without, like, I personally just believe, and again, it's too many people that's getting out of jail today that's got accused of doing something that they didn't do. And I don't just by default believe anybody until I get the evidence. I
Okay,
can't.
so let me ask you this, Anton. So then,
Because if that's the
what?
case, then we all fucked up. We all done. Everybody done. Everybody.
No,
Everybody is
I've
done.
never hung with no 12-year-old. So
It's not about the 12-year-old. It's about everything. It's, look, we all cheaters. We all fucked up. We all of that.
no, what?
All because we
Okay,
hang together, because this, like, everybody done did something to somebody because we all, and that's not true.
no, I'm not. But see, but that's everywhere. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, how do you then, if we all talk about keeping children safe, right? Because that is a big thing.
Then
Then
go talk to their
anytime,
parents.
hold on, anytime I see, okay, I live in one of the highest sex trafficking areas. So I should just ignore then children when they're out with grown people all the time.
What? We talking about the industry, Mika.
Right. Yes. And that is the industry. It's a lot of children. And
This is
you got,
insane.
okay, Julie Garland talked about, I can go through so many celebrities that tell you, nobody believed Corey and Corey. Nobody believed, what's his name? Orlando Brown. Nobody believes Raven Simone. Like,
You're in
so
the
many people
bathroom.
talk about this stuff.
Listen. Like I said, I just think it's a
So many
dangerous.
children talk about this stuff.
It's a dangerous precedent to set, because you automatically convict people in the court of public opinion that then turns them into a villain, and you can
I'm
kill
not
the.
saying do that. I'm saying, I'm asking,
Yes, you
how
are.
do you then watch out for those people? If you can't, if you're
That's your
saying that you cannot look at certain things that they do and be able to spot what's like inappropriate, if you can't do that, then how do you protect children in the industry? Because it's been going on for decades
Well, maybe children
from
shouldn't be in the industry.
I
That's the real.
agree.
No,
I
no,
agree.
but Mika, it still don't believe. It still doesn't mean that people just automatically should be convicted in a court of public opinion.
But I'm not saying that.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
saying how do you watch out?
explain.
Once it's in the media, how do you watch out for stuff like that? That's what I'm
If
asking.
you see it with your own eyes happening in real time, then say something. That's it. Not
I
because
don't
you
know.
see a 12-year-old
I just,
walking down the street. It could be his fucking
I don't
kid.
do,
And you can say children shouldn't be in the industry, but then you're not gonna have movies because then there will be no children in the damn movie,
I
right?
don't need no
If they're
children in no movies.
right, but if it's
Fuck
supposed to be
them
a movie
kids.
about this lady and this guy have children and then he goes off the wall, like you can't make a whole bunch of movies because you got to have different type of characters. So if you take all the children out, like,
Not to have
No, you
nothing.
can have them around their parents, and their parents are the supervisor. I don't really understand why that's a hard
no,
thing to do.
and but Anton, that's not how it worked. Those people on those sets kick those parents off.
Then you shouldn't have your kid in the movie then.
I
If you can't,
I
no,
agree.
no,
can't
no,
I'm
no,
either.
no,
not
no, no,
My
no,
disagreeing
kid
with
no,
can't
no,
you.
either.
no. This is all excuses. If we
Yep.
can't, if you willing to let your kid be by themselves at a movie set and you as a parent is not responsible enough to do so, then that is on you. Like,
I
I don't give a
agree.
fuck about what no industry standard is.
I agree, but but that's what I'm saying. A lot of the parents want their kids to be uh, in these movies, like Mary Kate and Ashley. They were getting all on that set. They talked about how that led to a lot of mental health things for them,
I can't
being on
do it.
drugs and things like that because they were getting molested.
I can't do it.
Michael J. Fox talked about it.
I can't do it.
Like,
I ain't heard none of these interviews, so I don't know nothing about it. I don't
but
know nothing
I
about
mean, you
that.
can go. I mean, you can go all the way back to, like I said, Judy Garland. You can go. You can go back to some of the singers in the 50s. Like, it's in the industry. right? And it's not everybody, but it happens a lot and nobody says anything. But now I think social media puts a light on it. But in the process, you do get people that are innocent, or you do get people
Niggas be
that
killing
have,
me saying no. Mika is not
have
speaking respectfully. I am disagreeing with Mika on this issue
mm-hmm.
because Mika is speaking opinion. This is all an opinion. And half of these niggas that's in the chat ain't never been off their block. How would they know?
But but see, I speak from a certain point. And so what I'm saying is, and a lot of the girls that I do know have, some of them did it because they wanted to, and some of them didn't. But that is the industry, and that's what you have to know when you get in, that that may happen. And so that's why I'm saying it does happen, whether they
Because you
they
want
wanted it
money.
to happen
That's
or
why
not.
you want money. You can say no. You can say no.
That, what? Huh? No.
You can
Sometimes.
say no.
Sometimes no. Sometimes no. Sometimes
Yes,
yes.
you can say no. You can say no.
Okay.
What happened?
Sometimes you go to some of these. Sometimes you go to some of these
Somebody
parties.
said Anton is mad he losing, and this nigga don't even know how to spell losing.
No, no, it's not a.
The
No,
fact
it's
that
not
you
a.
say that a person can't
We
say
just
no is
having a
wrong. They're not strong.
conversation.
They can
Like,
say no. They're not strong enough to say no. If a nigga said, "Give
no,
me your
no,
booty
no.
hole, I'ma
You're
kill you,"
absolutely right.
that nigga
No,
gonna have to kill
Quentin,
me, nigga. What you mean?
Quentin. No, you're absolutely right. I,
Listen to
I,
look at this
I.
shit.
Hmm.
Loosing what, nigga?
Y'all, we just having a conversation. Like and we don't always have to agree. I think they so used to me quote unquote agreeing with what Anton says.
No, I mean we always agree or disagree because you got your own mind. After this subject is over, we're gonna move over to something else. All I'm saying is, I just don't by default believe everything that everybody says. I just don't.
I don't
Anybody can
either.
say anything, and that just be the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
the
these niggas,
unfortunate
man, they be
part.
simping for you too. So if we just did this shit straight audio, then I would have the upper hand, but we don't. So